Have you ever woken up feeling like the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest before your feet even touch the floor? Maybe it's the to-do list, the unanswered prayers, or the silent battles you're fighting that no one else sees. Some mornings just hit harder than others, and in those moments, we crave a whisper of hope, a gentle reminder that we are not walking through life alone. That's why I want to bring you something timeless today, Psalm 121. Not just as a scripture to read, but as a lifeline to cling to. Because this psalm doesn't just speak, it lifts. It doesn't just comfort, it protects. Psalm 121 is more than poetic verses, it's a declaration. A declaration that no matter how uncertain the road ahead may look, we are watched over. That there is a helper who never sleeps, never grows weary, and never leaves our side. It speaks to the very heart of our fears, especially the ones we try to hide. Whether you're battling anxiety, walking through grief, carrying burdens for your family, or simply trying to keep it all together, this psalm is for you. It was written for mornings like this. You see, what makes Psalm 121 so powerful is that it shifts our gaze. It lifts our eyes away from what's going wrong and fixes them on who is still in control. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? That one question alone has changed lives. It invites us to stop depending on ourselves, our plans, our strength, and to start relying on the one who made heaven and earth. So if today feels like too much, if you've been longing for clarity, strength, or just a deep breath of peace, you're in the right place. We're going to walk through this psalm together, slowly, honestly, thoughtfully. And by the end of this video, I believe you'll not only understand the meaning of these words, you'll feel them anchoring your heart. This isn't just about learning scripture, it's about receiving it. Let this be your moment of stillness. Let this be your starting place for the day. You are not alone. Your help is coming. Let's begin. Section 1. I lift up my eyes. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? Psalm 121:1. There's something deeply human about this verse. It begins not with a confident declaration, but with a question we've all asked, whether out loud or in our hearts. Where is my help going to come from? Not if we need help, because we all do, but where it will come from. This verse meets us right in that vulnerable space between faith and fear, between uncertainty and trust. Imagine standing at the bottom of a valley, looking up at the hills. They're high, they're distant, and if you're honest, they feel a little intimidating. Maybe you've tried to climb them before. Maybe you've been hurt on the way up. Maybe right now, life feels like a never-ending uphill battle. Relationships that need healing, finances that aren't enough, questions without answers, prayers without replies. You're not alone. But here's the beauty of this psalm. The question isn't left hanging. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121:2. It's not just a poetic response. It's a powerful shift in perspective. The help doesn't come from the hills. It comes from the one who made the hills. It doesn't come from temporary solutions or people who may fail us or plans that fall apart. Our help comes from the Creator himself. The same hands that shape the stars are the ones holding your life right now. This isn't a verse to memorize for comfort. It's a truth to live by. Because the moment we remember who our help comes from, fear begins to lose its grip. The panic quiets down. The anxiety takes a back seat. You can breathe again. You're not looking to the world for your rescue. You're looking to the one who's already on his way to help you. So today, lift your eyes not to the hills, but beyond them. Lift your eyes to the one who sees what's ahead and walks beside you anyway. Your help is not far off. He's already near. Section 2. He will not let you fall. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Psalm 121:3. There's something powerful about being watched over. Not in a controlling way, but in a caring, attentive, unwavering way. This verse doesn't promise that the road will always be smooth. It doesn't say there won't be rocks or steep edges. What it does say is that he won't let you fall. And you need to hear that again, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. He will not let you fall. That doesn't mean you won't stumble. We all do. Life is messy, emotions are complicated, people disappoint us. Sometimes we even disappoint ourselves. But there's a promise in this verse that reaches beyond our mistakes. God is not sleeping on your life. He's not distracted. He's not late. He hasn't forgotten about you. He watches over you with a love that never blinks. Let's be real. How many of us have laid awake at night, worrying, playing the what-if game until our hearts ache? We lose sleep over things we can't control. But the God who watches over you doesn't need sleep. He doesn't check out or power down. He's alert when you're exhausted. He's aware when you're overwhelmed. And when you feel like you're slipping, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, he's steady. There's comfort in knowing that the one who holds your life never takes in a break. You can rest because he doesn't. You can stand because he's holding you up. You can move forward today, not because the road is easy, but because you are not walking it alone. If you've been afraid of failing, if you've felt like you're losing your grip, hold on to this. He will not let your foot slip. Section 3. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Psalm 121:5. If you've ever felt exposed, emotionally, spiritually, or even physically, this verse is for you, because life sometimes leaves us feeling uncovered, unprotected. We're out there doing our best, but it's like the world is throwing heat our way. Criticism, fear, stress, temptation, and it burns. It drains us. And the more we try to push through it on our own, the more tired we become. But here comes the reassurance. God is not distant, and he is not passive. He doesn't just watch over the idea of you, he watches over you, your actual steps, your actual thoughts, your real, raw moments. And he doesn't just protect from a distance. He covers you closely like shade at your right hand. Think about that image for a second. Shade doesn't follow from far away, it sticks close. It goes where you go. And that's how God walks with you. Not a distant protector, but a present keeper. Right there, at your side, shielding you from the heat of whatever today might bring. You're not walking into today alone. You're not entering this week unguarded. He is right there, close enough to cover you. The things that would have worn you down, burned you out, or broken your spirit, God says, not today. He is your shade. He is your shelter. He is your keeper. Section 4. Covered day and night. The sun will not harm you by day. Olam ni'adai, nor the moon by night. Psalm 121:6. This is where God's protection moves beyond the symbolic and gets deeply practical. Because whether it's the intensity of the day or the mystery of the night, God says, I've got you covered. Both the seen and unseen forces, both the obvious struggles and the silent ones. You are protected through them all. The sun by day speaks of the visible pressures, the stress at work, the responsibilities, the people around you who need more than you have to give, the days that just feel too long, too heavy, too much. And then comes the moon by night, the quiet anxieties, the loneliness that creeps in after dark, the thoughts that won't let you sleep, the fears that feel bigger when it's quiet. But God's promise is full and complete. There's no part of your life, no hour of your day or night, where his covering ends. He doesn't clock out when the sun goes down. He doesn't step aside when things get dark. And even if no one else sees what you're going through, he does. And he guards your heart through it all. Some people live waiting for the next shoe to drop, the next storm to come, the next crisis to hit. But this verse invited you to breathe easier, not because life will be perfect, but because you are protected through it all. Day or night, high or low, you're never outside his reach. So when the day feels too bright and overwhelming, and when the night feels too dark and lonely, remember, he's there always. And nothing gets past him. Section 5. The Lord will keep you from all harm. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. Psalm 121:7. Let that settle in for a moment. All harm, that's a big statement. And it raises a question, doesn't it? If God promises to keep me from all harm, then why do bad things still happen? Why do I still get hurt, face loss, or walk through seasons that feel anything but protected? The answer isn't in denying the presence of pain. It's in understanding the deeper promise behind the word keep. God's idea of keeping isn't about wrapping you in bubble wrap and removing every struggle from your path. It's about guarding what matters most, your life, your soul, your purpose, even when storms come. Think of it like this. A shepherd doesn't keep the sheep from ever walking through valleys, but he does walk with them, protect them from predators, and guide them safely to the other side. That's what Psalm 121 is promising. It's not a life without hardship. It's a life where you are never alone in it and never without his protection over your destiny. When God says he'll keep you from all harm, he's saying nothing can ultimately destroy what he's building in you. Pain may visit, but it will not take up permanent residence. The weapon may form, but it won't prosper. The fire may burn, but it won't consume you. And even if you come out with scars, you'll come out stronger, wiser, and still held by him. You may not be able to control what happens around you today, but you can trust in the one who watches over your life, every detail of it, every breath of it, every chapter of it. You are covered. Section 6. The Lord will watch over your coming and going. The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. Psalm 121:8. This is where the psalm gives us its final word, and what a powerful word it is. We all come and go every day. We step into new opportunities, new challenges, new seasons. We say goodbye to people, places, versions of ourselves. Life is constantly in motion, but in all that movement, God says, I see you and I'm with you. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. You are not leaving one season and entering another without his presence. From the moment you rise to the moment you sleep, from the beginning of your journey to the very end, he watches over you in every direction, past, present, and future. And that final phrase, now and forevermore, is more than poetic. It's eternal. It means the God who kept you yesterday, who holds you today, is the same God who will walk with you tomorrow and into eternity. There is no expiration date on his faithfulness, no moment when he turns away, no point at which his protection runs out. That's the kind of truth that anchors a soul, that steadies your heart when the world is shaking. That reminds you, no matter how far you've come or how far you still have to go, you're not doing it alone. Wherever you're coming from, wherever you're going next, he is watching over you, right now and forevermore. Section 7, a psalm for the journey. Psalm 121 is often called a song of ascents. It was sung by travelers on their way up to Jerusalem, step by step, uphill, often through danger, uncertainty, and exhaustion. They didn't sing this psalm when everything was easy. They sang it when the road was long. And maybe in your life, you're on one of those uphill roads too. The beauty of this psalm isn't that it guarantees a smooth journey. It's that it guarantees a faithful guide. Every verse builds on this one truth. God is not watching from afar. He's walking with you. Each step, each stumble, each sunrise and sleepless night. From the hills that look too high to climb, to the fears that sneak in after dark, he's there to keeping, protecting, covering. It's a psalm for the real raw moments of life, when you're not sure how you'll make it through, but you dare to lift your eyes anyway. And when you do, you don't just see the hills, you see the one who made them. And that changes everything. Psalm 121 isn't just a prayer, it's a mindset, a daily declaration, a lens through which you can look at the world and say, I am not abandoned. I am not exposed. I am not unprotected. I am kept. Conclusion. Starting your day with this promise. As you step into your day, let this psalm rise in your spirit. Let it become more than words on a page. Let it become a rhythm in your heart. You don't have to carry the weight of today on your own. You don't have to pretend to be strong when you feel weak. You don't need to have all the answers. What you do need is this truth. Your help comes from the Lord, and he is more than enough. Maybe the road ahead still feels uncertain. Maybe it's steep. Maybe it's lonely. But you are watched over. You are held. And you are deeply, completely, unshakably loved by the one who never sleeps, never leaves, and never fails. So before the noise of the day takes over, take one more deep breath. Lift your eyes, not to your fear, your schedule, or your struggle, but to your Maker. He is your keeper. He is your shade. He is your help. And he is with you now and forevermore.